Hello and welcome to the Angry Sniper, episode number 57, part 2 of whatever it is I decide to call this, because I haven't thought of the title yet. Yep, this continues right off, so as a bit of a recap, the last run I died right at the end, so fitting time to stop it, you know. So I've just respawned and come down and started pelting away. So, yep, as a recap again, they've got 2 Sork healers, 2 Sork DPS, and we've got 1 healer. They've got better mobility in terms of damage and healing. That had a big effect. It was very difficult to kill anybody. In fact, I don't think anybody managed to kill any of them that much at all. The healing outputs of it was just insane. I think one of the healers got 2.9 million, 2.8 million. The other one got 1.9 million or something like that, you know. It was just crazy. Our healer, by comparison, got, I think, 900,000. So they didn't even break the 1 million barrier. So it does feel to me at the moment, and I think in one respect it's always been that way, but I think it's more so than it's ever been for a long time. Healers, in one respect, if you've got a competent or more competent healers on your team than the other team, you're guaranteed to win. It's kind of healers really do dictate at the moment whether you win or lose, and that's not something I like. I'm not calling for nerfs or anything like that, but purely from playing and so forth, it can get frustrating. It's like, what can you do in this sort of situation, you know? All you can do is kind of keep on trying to battle on and interrupt and so forth. I'm still amazed at this point, to be honest, because it's been, what, 8 minutes, 10 minutes in by now, something like that, into the warzone. And we're still no closer to really killing or making any kind of dent at all. It's one of these things, every time I even try to burst down a Sage, there's no real point, because I know I'm going to, they're just going to get healed up. There's just nothing you can do. I think in one argument it's this sort of match where Marksman kind of comes into its own, because they've got, in one respect, a Marksman Sniper is one of the ways you probably kind of counter this when they've got so much healing. If you've got, if you use the burst of Marksman to its potential, you know, if you get given a choice, you know, it's going to make much more of a dent than engineering. I just don't think this kind of scenario with this kind of team makeup on both sides is really that suitable for engineering. I have to confess, I forget what I did here. Did I go for that? No, I went round back, that's right. I was obviously getting a bit frustrated at this point, having died a fair few times. I think I died 7 or 9 times, something like that. Just managed to get the interrupt in, which is kind of cool. Just trying to kite around a bit and survive. Which is what I spent the whole time doing, in all honesty, you know. Just kind of go away. I'm trying to survive. I'm delicate, don't kill me. I mean, it's when it comes to healers, I always try and target the healers, um, because it's like when I watch, I can see it's like the heal. Yes, there's people dealing damage, but in this kind of situation, you've got to burn down the healers. If you don't burn down the healers, they're just going to continue healing because. But then you try and get as a sniper, healers tend to sit at the back. You know, where they're the safest. It makes sense. So the classic kind of situation in a warzone is when you've got some decent healers with some decent melee people who, you know, who deal damage within melee range. Sometimes it is very difficult to get to those healers. And when you've got damage dealers on their team which are highly mobile and they are being healed up as well, it's, as a sniper, it's kind of, it doesn't matter which position you go to, you just cannot get enough room and time to be on the healer. I cannot stand being in a war zone in this kind of situation, staying at the back, being a good sniper, pelting away. I want my damage to mean something, to be helpful. I don't see the point of, it's like, yes, I do damage to some of the other people, but it's the healers we really need to bottom down. So, yeah, that's it for part 2. Part 3 and the final version is coming up. Take care, keep sniping, and have fun. See ya.